Hello, YouTube gamers. It's me, Captain Courageous, and I'm back with a quick unboxing video of the new Dungeons & Dragons starter set. This set is an introductory product and lead-in for the upcoming release of the 5th edition of the Dungeons & Dragons game. It has a retail price of $19.99, and as of this date, July 9th, 2014, the product has just hit the stores, and the excitement builds for the new Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game rule release. I thought it might be fun to do my first unboxing video with this starter set, so why don't we get started? As you can see, we have the front of the box, and as always with any Wizards of the Coast product, the artwork is quite good and appealing. The back of the box lists the contents, which are a 32-page rule book and a 64-page adventure book, 5 pre-generated characters, and of course dice. I do find it interesting that the page count is the exact same as the 2010 4th edition starter set, which also retailed for $19.99. But more on that later. Also included in the box is this handy-dandy cardboard riser, because the box is actually twice as thick as it needs to be. With the box top off, everything presents nicely. The booklets are printed on quality glossy paper, but the outer covers are the same thickness as the print pages, so I'm not sure how that will hold up over time. The dice themselves are certainly very nice and better than the multicolored offerings of past sets. The pre-generated characters include all the statistics and the rules to run the characters, and are 2 human fighters, a noble and a folk hero, a dwarven cleric, an elven wizard, and a halfling rogue. There is also a blank character sheet included in this set. It's on the back of the advertisement, so be careful to not throw it away. If you look on the back of the character sheets themselves, you'll see there's rules for races, class information, how to improve in levels, and other information that pertains specifically to your character's abilities. There are no specific rules in this set for creating new characters from scratch, which you can get by going to the Wizards of the Coast website and downloading the free Basic Rules PDF, which is a 100-page PDF, which has all the new rules for the Dungeons & Dragons game. And it looks really interesting. I had the opportunity to look it over briefly, and it looks like a very nice amalgam of the best rules from 4th edition and the 3.5 rules edition set. The rules in the starter set are laid out well and straight to the point, and with only 32 pages, it basically includes the information on how to play, but as I mentioned earlier, character creation rules are absent. The other book is a 64-page adventure book. It's also laid out very nicely and includes 4 complete adventures. These adventures take place in the Forgotten Realms and in the area of the Neverwinter setting, and is supposed to take characters from the 1st to the 5th level of play. Now, I haven't had time to read them fully, but certainly after you get the full rule set, this is one piece that will probably be referred back to and useful. In the back of the Adventures booklet are 2 short sections, one on magic items and the other on monsters. It is minimal in comparison to basic sets of the past, but clearly at this point you ought to realize this is meant to be a disposable product and has little function after its initial use. And here's where I think Wizards of the Coast kind of missed the boat a little bit. This is the first product of the new edition, and other than the dice and the adventure, which you'll use one time, it's pretty disposable. This is supposed to build some excitement for the next edition of the game, which is coming up in the very next month. So why didn't they include some other things? And by comparison, let me go back a little bit. In 2010, they introduced a starter set for the 4th edition of the game. It had the same retail price of $19.99. There was a 32-page player's book and a 64-page DM's book, but it also included miniature tokens and a full-color poster-sized dungeon map. Now, some will argue that the new edition of the 5th edition of the game, Wizards of the Coast is attempting to downplay the need for miniatures, which I can understand. but why not include a nice full-color wall poster or something of that nature to improve the appeal of the game and give people a reason to buy it? Instead, we get a cardboard riser. Now, I fully intend on getting my group together and taking a break from the regular campaign to use these pre-generated characters and run these adventures. So I'll be sure to do a report for you on that. I would also encourage you to check out the Wizards of the Coast website and download the free basic rules set that's available there. This is kind of like in the vein of all the free PDF rules that have sprung up the retro games lately, so it's a pretty good marketing move on Wizards of the Coast part. So I would think that, as I said, I downloaded it and looked at it and it looks great. So anyway, that's all I have for now, and I still have my upcoming Part 2 retro review of the Rules Cyclopedia. And of course, D&D Next Player's Handbook does come out next month in August, so I'll be sure to review that. Please check out my channel and my RPG retro review series. Subscribe. Feel free to leave some comments and feedback. And as always, game on.